All right, y'all, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. I'm getting ready to clean and charge my crystals that I got from Otter Spirit. They gave me some more crystals. Woo woo. So I got bracelets now. So I got my rose quartz, and then I got bracelets for Elijah too. I'm gonna give Elijah the blue, the lapis. But I'm gonna keep the pink as well because I like all of the stuff with love. Being grounded in love. We'll talk about that. And first, let's get these things done. Whenever it comes to spiritual items that we're using, when we're using things in rituals and we're using things for, manifestation, we need to learn how to cleanse, how to charge, and how to consecrate items. And everyone is different. With some things, you need to wash them, with certain herbs. With others, you need to smoke. You need to use incense or, tobacco smoke. And then with others, you got to set on fire, and then, of course, you have some that it got to be mixed with the element of blood. So each one is different. You got to understand the importance. When it comes to crystals, it can be both that, you can the water element and cleanse it. And then, your smoke is coming in with charging it and helping with cleansing as well. And it's very, easy and simple. Take you some Florida water. Let's get us some Florida water. And so if you want to get your crystals, it's otterspirit.com. The link is going to be in the video description. Take some Florida water, just rub it on the crystal. You always want to cleanse your crystals just to let go of any energy that could have been caught in these crystals from anything, from the person that prepared it, from the environment that it was in. Crystals absorb energy, so we want to release that energy before just, putting it on us. We want to make sure that this thing is cleansed, is sharp, and then we want to go into charging it, that, it's using as much of its spiritual properties as possible. Another good way of charging it is putting it outside on that full moon, but a lot of us don't be wanting to put our crystals outside. So there's other ways. So first we're gonna cleanse it. We got a good cleansing going on. Then we finna hit it with the smoke, hit it with the smoke, hit it with the smoke, hit it with the smoke. Nope, that's not ready. Let me get some more. It said, look, baby, get some more fire first. That ain't ready. And so Otter Spirit has some really good crystals. I keep my crystals on deck. You see, I got my grab the right one. I got my green jade. Green jade is really good for bringing in money. It's good for prosperity and abundance. And I got my rose quartz, which is good for love and self-love. And so, I got it going on. And so when it comes to my wrist, I like the same energy, the same flow. Don't do too much of trying to manifest this, and this, and all of this shit at the same time. Don't disrupt your energy and have it being overworking. Right now my journey is self-love. It's all about love and self-love. And so that's the thing that I want it as well on my wrist, so I can do just like I have money and love up here, I can do it down below as well. And do whatever works for you. In my religion, in my spiritual practice, tobacco smoke is very sacred. It's very powerful. We use it for a lot of things. We use it in a lot of rituals. We use it in a lot of ceremonies. So tobacco smoke is very powerful. If you want to use sage, use sage. If you want to use frankincense and myrrh, use frankincense and myrrh. If you want to use dragon blood, use dragon blood. If you want to use sandalwood, use sandalwood. If you want to use lavender, don't use lavender. Lavender is not good for cleansing. Lavender is good for bringing in love. So maybe once you follow up, once you did some frankincense and myrrh, maybe you can follow up with some lavender, especially if it's connected to love. So all right, so now since we have cleansed our crystals, now I can take it and I can put it on my wrist. Now I can take it and put it on my wrist. Now I can put this on me. Because God knows I'm just not going to take some from the store or from somewhere and just put it on me without cleansing or anything like this. This is for my son Elijah. I'm going to give him the blue one. And you know, beautiful packaging and everything. Look at outer spirit. They come in the little bags. I just took them out because, you know, I got to cleanse. I got to charge these crystals. And so, you know, beautiful packaging. I like how they have, you know, the message in here so you can see what crystal it is, what spiritual properties and everything that the crystals help with. So, you know, they definitely got it going on. They got it going on, boy. Shit, you can collect these and use these as cards. So let's see what crystal is in this reading today. You know, y'all, so if you want your crystals from Outer Spirit, you know, their link, the special link that you're supposed to use is going to be in the description. Go to the description of the video. And once you go to the description of the video, you are going to look at the description right under the description of what the video is about. That is when you will see my website and then Outer Spirit website. All you have to do is copy and paste the link, put it in your browser, and then you will be on their website. All right, let's talk about love, y'all. Let's talk about love. And I only want to talk about love in the beginning, and I don't even know what's going to come out in these damn cards. Is because, you know, I did a post on it. My heart goes out to this. I think this girl name is like Kiki Jones. I'm scrolling through TikTok, and, you know, I start seeing this story, and this girl was getting it on that cruise too. She had rhythm. Y'all know I don't got no rhythm, so that's the first thing that made me, you know, focus. Is I'm like, oh, look at this bitch cutting up. Like this girl got rhythm. I wish I had rhythm, you know. And so, you know, people was just telling the story that, you know, they were like, yeah, you know, they got married on a cruise, and then a couple of days later, you know, it's like, you know, all hell broke loose. And I'm like, dang, and this girl is on, you know, social media, crying her heart out, you know, in mental stress and agony. And I'm like, damn, like, what kind of shit was that? You know, the first thing that I think of when I see someone in great mental stress and agony, you know, especially after a relationship, normally that is a sign of witchcraft. That is a huge sign of witchcraft. And by any means, I'm not saying that it is in that case. What I'm saying is, normally when there is a great mental distress like that, those are signs of witchcraft. You know, those are signs of, like, you know, a domination spell or a binding spell, you know, that you just cannot, you know, be without this person, that this person is your world to the point that you have lost yourself. And so when I talk about these crystals from Outer Spirit, and I talk about the rose quartz and stuff like that, baby, we need to learn how to anchor ourselves in love. We need to learn how to anchor ourselves in loving ourselves. You know, that when we are in these relationships, we are guarding our energy by having things like rose quartz that is going to ground us in self-love, that no matter how much we are loving somebody, we're not going to get too far away from ourselves, that we are going to forget ourselves, and we put this other person on a pedestal and we give them more acknowledgement, we give them more love than what we give ourselves. People only get what flows over. Everything inside that damn cup is yours. And so we always will end up being in a state when we a state like this, when we make that mistake of giving somebody, everything that's inside our cup, that it dries us the fuck out. And so we got to be careful. But that is the first thing that when I, see shit like that, where I'm just like, look, y'all, at the end of the day, don't tease, because karma is a bitch. Karma is a motherfucker. What you're teasing and taunting and making fun of today could be your very lot tomorrow. That could be the very karma that you would now have to carry. And it's like, spirit, it's like, no, bitch, what you gonna do, in this situation? My heart always goes out for people like that. I don't agree with using social media as therapy or venting, but sometimes, man, we go through things and we don't know how to process. Whenever there is a lot to process, that it's a lot to unpack. It's easy to say, don't use social media and stuff like that, like this type of outlet, but sometimes you use anything that is just immediately at your disposal. The harder it is for you to process and to grasp what happened in a scenario, is going to make you do some things that is outside of your character. And so, these are things that, we need to be more aware of, and we need to make sure that we put these boundaries up in relationships, that we won't end up in these boats. But my heart really do go out to this girl. But you have so many people, man, that is doing all types of, domination magic. And, some of these things are what people really don't see. Some people think that domination magic is just, getting a candle or somebody using herbs and elements and stuff like that. One of the greatest forms of domination magic is when you can get someone to agree. People that talk during sex, especially when they are telling you things like, bitch, you gonna miss this dick. This dick gonna, change your life. You addicted to this dick. And you just, having a good time, pussy getting hit in the right way. And you just like, yeah, daddy, that shit good as fuck. And you just agreeing to everything that this person is saying, not even processing what they're really saying, because you're in a mode of pleasure and you don't realize that this person is casting a spell on you the entire time. And that is a very powerful spell. Not only is it a very powerful spell, that it is using the wind element, which is your words, and then this person is having you to agree. But baby, when that seed come out, and that seed is, it's a mixture of the pleasure you just had, the full ritual. That seed is the thing that's going to seal this domination magic. Because the best form of magic is when you can take somebody's essence and manipulate it, or you can put your essence inside of that person. And we're thinking that somebody is going to spike our drink, but the whole time it's just somebody having sex with you and nothing inside of you. And they just use this opportunity as a ritual. And you didn't even realize that it was a ritual. You just thought it was regular sex. And now all of a sudden you're hooked on this person. You can't get this person from out of your mind. You are worshiping the ground they walk on. You're eating from the palm of their hand. And normally when it comes to this level of domination magic, it puts you in a point where the outside world, we see it as the person that's under the spell being humiliated. It's like, bitch, why the fuck would you do that? That's how the outside world see it, where it's like, why you getting on one knees and sucking this man's toe? We see it from the outside as humiliation, embarrassment, where it's like, why are you giving this nigga this much power over you because this person is this is a domination spell. Domination spell is to take away your free will. There's a difference between a domination spell and a binding spell. A binding spell is all about keeping you put. Your binding spells is, someone sneaking and taking your underwear, your socks, because remember, the best spells is when you can get someone's essence and play and manipulate it, or you're putting your essence inside of that other person. And so, and when we think of things like people taking our stuff, a lot of people think that, I gotta watch my drawers. I gotta close my closets and stuff, when people come over. No, bitch. You need to watch that laundry room. Nobody want your clean underwear. Nobody wants your clean clothes that you haven't put on and it still got tags. When it comes to witchcraft, that nigga is sneaking in the laundry room. We need underwear that you have sweated in, that you have all types of shit in, that it is your essence that is in there. When people are doing spell work on you, they want those funky ass socks that you had on for the last 3 days, and that's what they're going to do witchcraft on. And especially when it's a binding spell that you want this person to stay put. Honestly, I'd rather go for the socks than the underwear because the socks control the feet. And the feet is where somebody is leading towards. This is where you walk. This is the path. And so you can take those socks and do all types of magic to bind this person to you. Binding is not forcing somebody to love you. It's saying whether you love me or not, you're not going anywhere. When you think of a binding spell, think of being put in handcuffs and being placed in a prison where this person is saying that you can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You just can't leave this house. That is a binding spell. A binding spell keeps you towards that person, whereas domination is a whole lot higher than a binding spell, because a binding spell is saying that you still have free will. I have limited where you can go, but you still have free will. You can come downstairs and you can go to the kitchen if you want. You can make you a sandwich. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You just can't leave this house. You just can't leave this perimeter. Domination is saying, oh no, bitch, you ain't doing nothing without my permission. It has completely taken away free will. And, like I said, when domination magic is at play from the outside world, everybody else is like, ooh, this is embarrassing. Like, girl, like, you eating this nigga asshole? Like, girl, normally when it comes to domination magic, it is all about, from the outside world, we see a lot of things where we interpret it as embarrassment, humiliation, where it's like, why are you doing that just to please this man? Why are you willing to go to this extent? And going to the extent that you're willing to lose yourself. So those are the things that I think of when I see things like that. When I see someone that is in a position to, be in a position to be embarrassed, humiliated, normally it's some type of spell work at play. And those are the two. But now we know, when people come over, fuck the drawers in your closet, lock that damn laundry room. It's your dirty ass drawers with the doo-doo stains in it that they want. They want those dirty ass drawers. They got a little blood and stuff in there. That's the shit that they want. That is the thing that they can do a lot of things with, is your dirty ass drawers. When somebody try to be somebody new, come in trying to be nice, saying, hey, let me wash your clothes, bitch, no. Don't touch my dirty fucking clothes. Those are the things that you need to be guarded on. But my heart goes out to her. But, more than anything is that when we go into situations like this, we always talk about the other person where it's like, oh, they're a narcissist, they're an opportunist, and we go in on them, but we never hold the divine feminine accountable. And the divine feminine is not saying that this is a female, because divine masculine and divine feminine, it has nothing to do with gender. But the reason why I'm saying the divine feminine is because the divine feminine is the owner of being nurturing. They have very nurturing energy. And The divine, I like how when the Bible says that regardless of what gift that you have, you need to have wisdom, that wisdom is the greatest of all time. Because having a gift and not knowing the wisdom and how to use it and how to operate in it, then it's better for you not to have that gift if you don't have wisdom on top of that. And it is so many of you divine feminines that you want to just go around and healing all of these niggas with your nurturing energy because you think everything is your fucking assignment. You see this nigga that is sad at a bus stop and you just want to go over there and just like, oh, let me nurture you back, to health. Let me nurture you back, to a good state. And, we want to water and grow all of these people, not realizing that not only are you a light, but to some people, you're a battery. To some people, you are a battery that they will drain every fucking cell out of that battery until you are in the state that they're in of being depressed, sad, and lonely. And then they are now in your state of getting all of your energy. And now they're happy. They're rejuvenated. And all because they used you as a battery and they could care less about your fucking light. They're like, bitch, I don't care you shining. I don't care if you're the direct representation of God. The only thing that I see is that you're somebody that I can drain. And so, as much as we say, oh, this person is a narcissist, this person is an opportunist, this person is an opportunist, but you're a divine feminine with no wisdom. You're a divine feminine with no wisdom. That you think just because you see a crying ass nigga, that you just supposed to open up that pussy and just heal him with your ocean. And then the next thing you know, once this nigga done dived into your ocean, he done sucked all that water up where now your pussy is dry as hell and you're a desert. Now you walking around with desert ass pussy. Like, stop trying to heal every last one of these motherfuckers. Is that a lot of times when it comes to the divine feminine, your first reaction is just to heal, instead of stepping back and saying, okay, wait a minute. Why are you in this state? Why are you in this state that you're lonely and depressed? Can we at least add wisdom into our things first? Because sometimes when we step back and we add a little wisdom, we find out that nigga is like that because he just crashed into a building down the street. And so sometimes we like, you know what? Not my anointing, not my situation. I'm not meant to heal that. But when we just rush in and automatically we see a nigga that's sad and down and we just want to heal the world and we think that anything around us, anything that come in our space, that the only thing that God is telling us to do is to heal them with our nurturing energy, you're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem because you're operating with your gift in ways that it was never supposed to operate. Where it's like, yes, you're a nurturer. Yes, you're a healer, but you weren't meant to heal that person. That person was meant to stay in their karma. You were never supposed to go over there and get them out of their karma early. But because we don't have wisdom and we don't know how to sit back and say, hey, is this person really meant for me to heal? And we just want to automatically go over there. And then in results, our life is destroyed. The first thing we're saying is that, well, it was you took my light. They did. You played me. They did. You manipulated me. They sure did. But then it's like, but what about you? Were you not the foolish one that went over to somebody that was never your assignment, that was never supposed to be on your path? And the only thing you wanted to do was heal. But when you healed this person, you realized that they took your essence, they took your energy, they took your power. And so it's like, we can blame the narcissist for the things that they have done. We can blame the opportunists for the things that they have done. We can blame, the liar for the lies that have been told. But at some point, in order for us to grow, we also got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, why am I trying to put this ocean on everybody? Why am I trying to heal everybody in the fucking world? when I'm not meant to heal this person? And so sometimes as we are not operating in the wisdom that we're supposed to be operating in, and this is why we end up finding ourselves in these situations, because we're doing all of this silly ass shit with no wisdom. Never once did we ask spirit, am I supposed to be with this person? Never once did we do any type of divination to see where this shit is going to go. We just seen a broken ass nigga. And just like we always hear the opposite side, that dark like the light, we never get taught the other side, that the light like the dark. And it's like, you like going to these broken ass niggas. Whether it makes you feel some type of accomplishment, whether it makes you feel like this is what gives you your self-worth, this is what acknowledges you. But it's like, that's a problem when you're just giving it to everybody and you don't know if this person is truly your assignment or not. And so a lot of times we are never taught these things because it's like, well, Rashad, that's the good. It's good for us to heal, not when it's somebody that you're once supposed to heal. Because this is where we find ourselves in situations like this, that we're completely depleted. And now we have somebody else walking around with our energy and they are happy and they're living their life now because they used you to recharge. You were nothing but a battery to them. But the thing is, it's not their fault. You allowed it to happen. We need to learn how just because we are a divine feminine and we have the energy to nurture and heal, it doesn't mean we're supposed to be nurturing and healing all of these motherfuckers. Some of y'all are a sucker for a bad story. That a nigga can give you a bad story, and instead of seeing the red flags in it, you like, oh, I see, she wants shit. She should have cooked for you. You know, see, she wants shit. She should have cleaned for you. And then now because of that, you want to nurture and heal this person. And then 6 months later, now you found out why that bitch left them. Now you found out why that bitch stopped cooking. Now you found out why that bitch, stopped doing this laundry. And it's like, but imagine in the beginning, if we would have took a couple of seconds to step back and say, before I put this healing energy on you, let me actually understand why you are in this state. Let me really dive into why you are in this state. Because some of us, we don't take that simple step just of understanding, why are you here? Why are you down? Why are you depressed? Because if you allow these vampires to drain you, they will drain you, and they will look at your motherfucking ass and say, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, bitch. Whoop-de-doo. Shit. You the one gave me this full course meal. I didn't ask for it. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Boy. Y'all better come on. We start off with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups is the clarifiers. Let's see. I mean, that could be a really good pairing. That's spiritual fire and cleansing water. Ooh, that could be a really good pairing. But let's see what Spirit finna say about this, though. And now we got the King of Swords coming out. This is the third person on the board. And we got the Two of Wands. This is someone that is spying. Someone that is looking at this couple. What do we have as the crowning energy? What do we have as the crowning energy? All right, we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands can be a passionate new beginning. Ace of Wands can represent magic too. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Emperor here. We have the Emperor here. You have the Hermit. You have the Five of Wands here. You have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, which is a new perspective. All right, let me look up these. This really shouldn't be hidden emotions because this is like somebody messing with multiple people. Let's see, what's the T-spilled? We'll do the T-spilled card because this looks like somebody messing with multiple people. New perspective, karmic lesson. So somebody is getting a new perspective through karmic lessons. So this is someone that is with a Queen of Cups. And then we go into the King of Swords. We got supportive circle and double cross. Okay. King of Swords. King of Swords is being sneaky. This is someone that's trying to feel like this is somebody trying to get their lick back. Shit. They said, "Fuck you, nigga." They said, "I'm finna get my lick back any means necessary." But this is a warning on the crossing energy. It's somebody in this energy that, boy, baby, they finna harm you. They do not have good intentions at heart. And then you have the Emperor here. The Emperor could be a father figure, or it could be, because this is given like cult energy. If this is somebody I'm talking to in some type of cult, the Emperor would be the oldest person, the leader of this cult. And, sometimes when we hear words, we get stuck where it's just like, oh, I'm not in a cult. Some of your friend circles, you may not call them a cult, but the way y'all are set up, baby, that's a cult. You got a whole witch coven over there and don't even realize it. It's like the way y'all motherfuckers are set up. That's not normal. That's not normal, baby. That's a cult. That's a coven. That's a coven you in. You done drew blood and didn't even know it. Crossing paths. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. So this is someone that is getting ready to meet the person that they're supposed to be with. But this is a lot of stuff that's that's happening here, baby. It is a lot of stuff that is happening. This can have so many different spins on this, man, because this could have so many, because I guess we can take it two different ways, because the first thing that I'm going to say, this could be talking about this could be talking about how do I want to put it? This could be talking about a guy that appears to be straight, that is either bisexual or bi-curious, and someone that's not walking into their true authentic self. That's what this could be talking about. Um and if this is a straight couple, this is somebody that could possibly be a hoe. It's just like, damn. But you start off the energy, it starts off with, the King of Wands, with the Queen of Cups, and it's saying that this connection that this person is in, the oracle cards are saying, is bringing them a new perspective, and that this is a karmic lesson, that there's a karmic lesson that need to be learned here. And even the Hangman is all about new perspective. It's an alignment, but it's an alignment that must come by you being flipped upside down. Everything in your life is flipped upside down in order for you to realize what it is that you want. And then even with it being flipped upside down, now all of a sudden, this person is leaving. And even faced with multiple options, just like, what this is saying, and so this is the King of Wands is someone very attractive. This is someone very attractive, very good looking. This is someone that, this could be someone that know they sexy, but it appears that this is an energy where this is someone that is truly denying who it is that they are, what they're attracted to, what it is that they like. The King of Wands could be represented as someone that just, got into a marriage or a relationship with the Queen of Cups just because of society norms, and just because, this is what family wanted, or, other people's perspective. But this situation has turned into a karmic lesson, for this person, because spirit is helping this person to realize their truth, understanding, who you are, what it is that you truly like. And through this struggle in this relationship, this person is getting a new perspective, and it's saying that this is a karmic lesson for this person, as well as for this Queen of Cups, where, it's once again where it kind of goes back to what I'm saying, where, it's like, some of you kind of jump into relationships with anybody, and it's all for the sake of, oh, I see this person that's damaged, let me go over and heal this person, and throwing that pussy, just throwing that ocean, and it's funny because I was like, you just putting that ocean on the person, and then look at the karmic lesson. Look how it's literally, the ocean is a body of water, and if you pay close attention, it's a boat in here, and it looked like this boat is getting sucked up in this hole. So it's funny I say that earlier, because that is the lesson that this divine feminine can be learning, is that where it's just like, look, you're doing all of this, just jumping on anybody, and you just feel you gotta heal everybody, and healing everybody could be with that pussy, just throwing that ocean on everybody. And it's like, they done got up in that ocean and now dried that shit up. Your ocean just turned into the fucking desert. Now you going around with this dry ass pussy. And this is the lesson that you're learning, that, you keep jumping into these situations that are not for you, where you're just keep jumping in these things saying, well, oh, I think this person is a good guy. And you're jumping in these things, and it's like, no divination, no, consulting your ancestors, not asking this person simple questions like, hey, why are you down and about? Why are you homeless? Why are you just sitting on the corner with just a book bag? It's like, no, you're so drawn away by the way that this person looks that you were just, come on, you can move in with me. Bitch, you don't even know this person and you got kids. You finna bring the stranger around your kids and you don't even know this person. This is your karmic lesson of what you're supposed to learn, that when you move in this type of way without truly knowing the person, it's like what's to come next is your doing. What's to come next is your doing. You can say he's a narcissist and opportunist and all of this other stuff, but this is your doing because you did not take the necessary steps in the beginning in order to assure that, this is safe. This is a good choice. You ignored the red flags. And not even ignoring the red flags, you ignored asking the right questions. With this King of Wands, because that's who this is mainly about, he's the overall energy. The Queen of Cups is just the clarifier. With the King of Wands, this is someone that could be straight, that is very curious. This is someone that is straight, that is very curious. And, this is someone that's going to end up being bisexual and, claiming bisexual, but only going to end up messing with men because the rest of this reading is just dick. It's no more pussy out. Once he left this Queen of Cups, there's no more pussy over here. It's just straight dick. So this is someone that is, this King of Wands is someone that is getting ready to come out of the closet. This is someone that is ready to experiment. This is someone that is ready to have an encounter with a man, and this person is going to end up taking on this new perspective. This is going to be a new journey for this person, and so this could be someone that has never messed around with a man before, but they have always desired it, and now this person is getting ready to make that a reality. Someone is getting ready to come out of the closet. That is what the overall energy is telling me. Somebody is getting ready to come out of the closet. And so as soon as we get ready to come out this closet, well, the night of the King of Wands, now we're presented here in the crossing energy. We have the King of Swords and we have the clarifier as the Two of Wands. We have the Oracle card as supportive circle, and then we have the Oracle card as double crossed as well. When it comes to the King of Swords is someone that is very strong and determined. This is a motherfucker that don't know how to take no as an answer. This is someone that always want to hear yes, and when they don't hear yes, this is someone that can tend to go into tantrums in order to get things their way. This is someone that can be very destructive, breaking things in the house, hurting you deeply with words. Because remember, when it comes to the Swords family, the Swords family is the Ten of Swords, which is being betrayed. It is the energy of the Nine of Swords, of them having you so trapped in your head that you're having these mental breakdowns. It's the Eight of Swords, of making you feel imprisoned. It's the Seven of Swords, winning at all costs, regardless of how much this damage you. And so this is someone that is very controlling. It's my way or the highway. And this person has the clarifier of the Two of Wands, that this is someone that is spying on the King of Wands. This is someone that is looking in on the King of Wands. When you look at, I guess I can show the cards. You have the King of Swords here. And then you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a very interesting card because all of the twos is all about making a decision. And so when you look at the Two of Wands, you have a wand here and a wand here. Number one, that is the representation of, it could be the representation of 1111. Even though you only have one, it's still one and one. But whenever you see something like that, it's a portal that is opening. And when you see in the middle of this portal, this person is holding something in their hand, it's the world, and they're scrying. They're looking out at this person. And so this is someone that is spying. And this could be someone that is using magic in order to spy on the King of Wands. Now, listen to this. This nigga is about to invade this person's circle if they haven't already. And this is someone that is coming off as a very supportive friend. This is someone that is saying, you can lean on me, you can talk to me. This is someone that is getting very close with this King of Wands. And, the motive here, of course, this is a love reading. It is passion, and so this King of Swords know that this person is with the Queen of Cups, but they don't care about this bitch. This King of Swords is getting ready to get with this King of Wands, and they're coming off of being very supportive. This is someone that's saying, like, look, dude, I'm on your side. I understand. You're bi-curious. You want to try this side. And so this is someone that this person could be messing around with. It's not going to last for long, because there's a double crossing that's getting ready to happen, so whether this double crossing comes from the King of Wands saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm only going to focus on my relationship, my marriage, thank you for the experience. You made me see what it's like, to have the same gender. And like I said, this King of Swords is fucking crazy. This King of Swords is fucking crazy. This is someone that said, baby, you don't walk away from me. Like, once you done gave me whatever this King of Wands gave him, whether he gave him the booty or whether he gave him the dick, he said, baby, you don't walk away from me. Once you put that thing on me, baby, it's mine. I told you, once I nut up in that, it's mine. This is someone that's very crazy. This is a very crazy energy with this King of Swords energy. And this person is going to end up double crossing them. Whether it's them taking their text messages and showing it to the wife, which is the Queen of Cups, or the girlfriend. This person that was with the King of Wands is going to end up revealing to the Queen of Cups that, bitch, I'm messing with your man. Like, you think your man's straight, but he was just in this bussy. It's like, explain that. And she like, what's a bussy? He said, Google it, baby, and then you're gonna know what your husband been in. Now you're gonna know what he into. This is gonna be some messy ass shit. But for the Queen of Cups, get ready to get some news. You're getting ready to get some unexpected news that the person that you're messing around with is bi-curious. You're getting ready to, well, more than bi-curious, you're getting ready to realize that this nigga was out on the street sucking some dick. He had to see if that was his flavor. And that motherfucker said, that's my flavor, dog. But we got to do the research in the beginning. We got to do the research in the beginning. Because the King of Wands is someone very attractive. And, that energy of being attractive, it could be any of the spectrums. Now, the King of Wands is, like, all eyes on me. This could be this is a male that, especially like with the Queen of Cups. This is a male that's saying, bitch, I'm always going to look better than you when we leave this house. Like, I'm going to be from the 10. I'm going to be from top to bottom. I'm going to be on it, and he probably looking at you like, that's what you wearing? Where it's like, man, okay, well, teach a bitch, teach her, but this is someone that can, purposely like try to outdo you when it comes to beauty, outdo you when it comes to, outfits. You could be, looking at your clothes and you like, damn, your booty already bigger than mine. You got to wear those tight ass jeans. And he like, yeah, for the gods. For the gods. I'm doing it for the gods. And so, This is some crazy energy. Because it really do tell the story of this King of Wands is very vicarious. And, this is the stage that this person is getting ready to go out and explore that side of them. And, this is someone that is, they're with a Queen of Cups. And this person is still saying that I'm going to go out. One of the people that they have met is the King of Swords. But, it's crazy. The first person they met is crazy as fuck. And this is someone that could be extremely sprung on this person. This is someone that is devising a plan in order to double cross this person, where it's going to be direct or indirect. It's going to be in your inbox, letting you know that, hey, I'm sucking your nigga dick. Your nigga been sucking mine too, or it's, somebody realizing like, hey, this person work here. I can just say, hey, let's go to this restaurant and eat. And then you, boom, end up saying like, what you doing eating dinner with this nigga? Well, that nigga is more than a nigga. This is definitely, this is about to be a messy ass situation. The one expecting this reading. one expecting this. I was expecting something completely different. One expecting this. You have the crossing energy as the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is being seen as the with the Emperor as the clarifier, and then you have a friendship test, and then you have circle full of drama. Now this is some crazy ass shit, because it just keep going into so many fucking layers, because this person is with the Queen of Cups, cheating on the Queen of Cups with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is crazy as shit. But this person is going to end up having a new beginning with the Emperor, which is somebody completely different. It's not saying that the King of Swords is the new Emperor because he leveled up. And so this person is going to try to start a new beginning with some type of friend that they have. And this friend is being seen as an emperor. This is someone that is a divine masculine. This is someone that is someone in their life that is very mature. This could be someone that is a father figure to them in some type of way, where it's like, okay, Rashad, how is the son marrying the father? It's not saying that this have to be a biological father. That this could be someone that you call dad because you're younger, and this is someone that always gave you some type of guidance. You could be saying father because this is someone that you're attached to a house, and this could be the head, the babalao or the priest. You could be saying father because you just have, because you're representing this person as an older male. But there's an older male here that's, you are seeing is very wise. The way that the cards is set up, that this is someone that the King of Wands, it sees them in high regards, especially with the this person is being above the King of Wands' head. This is someone that they could have put on a pedestal in their life. That, if this is your situation and you're like, yeah, my man is always talking about like his frat brother, or he's always like, this is someone that, this is someone like the way that he talks about this person is always in a positive light, where it's like, man, the emperor know how to dress. The emperor make really good money. The emperor got a nice ass body, where on the outside looking in, you could just be thinking that this is someone that just have a man crush, that it's like you just have a man crush over another man. And it's like, you could have seen this as innocent, where it's just like, this dude is just really inspired by this other person. And it's like, baby, no, that's not being inspired. This is someone that is infatuated. This person is infatuated with this emperor. This person, they holds them at a high regard. That this is putting this person on a pedestal just so that they can be down below sucking his dick. This is not a man crush. This is somebody that is literally infatuated infatuated with this emperor. They are infatuated with everything about this person, that they see that this person can have no wrong. That, this is someone that they see as a teacher. They see as someone that can guide them, that can help them. That, this is someone that they are, could be like, man, I just want to be around this person's energy because they make money, and it's like, I want to make money too. It's like, nah, bitch, you ain't finna be making money over there. You finna be a damn sugar baby. Like, you finna be a bitch. Like, it's like, what you're going over there for. you know, uh, Woo, this King of Wands is very infatuated with this Emperor. This Queen of Cups, baby. If this is your relationship, If you know, because you would know that there have been multiple signs that you may not know about the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is just somebody that they could have had their first experience with, and they were just trying to leave it at that. But this motherfucker is about to go crazy, and this is going to be the motherfucker that's going to give you the news. But they're not giving you the news, in hopes of you being aware. They're giving you the news, strategizing, hoping that if they give you this news, you're going to walk your ass out the picture so that they can walk their ass in the picture. But little do this person know that the King of Wands don't even want you. The King of Wands is looking at this Emperor. The King of Wands is looking at someone that is older, that is polished, that is put together, that when they see this person, they are in this state of just like, wow, like, this nigga got this shit together. That is what the King of Wands is, infatuated with this Emperor. The King of Wands is lustful of this person, with the Ace of Wands being present. The King of Wands is blown away by this person. That, this is someone that once the King of Wands start talking about this person, they can't shut up. Where it's just like, okay, we get it. The Emperor is this, that's how much this person is just in love, with this person. And they could have been denying these feelings the whole time. But, this is someone that is truly in love with this Emperor. This is someone that is saying, baby, come back. I don't think that there was ever a sexual connection between the Emperor and the King of Wands, but this is something that the King of Wands desire. The King of Wands, he below him. The King of Wands is desiring to get on his knees. You know what I'm saying? With the King of Wands and the King of Swords, I don't know why Spirit just told me that. I don't know, maybe this will make sense to somebody else. But Spirit is saying that they're the same age. Spirit is saying that these two are the same age. And so these could be people that, they're close because maybe they went to school together or something like that. But these two are younger than the Emperor. These could be two people that could be in their, late 20s, early 30s. But these are, two people that are around the same age where, the King of Wands experimented with the King of Swords, but this is not somebody that they want to take serious or somebody that they see in a relationship. This person is striving to get with the Emperor. Ooh, this is some messy shit. You have in the, as the Oracle card, you have Friendship Test, Emperor, whoever the Emperor is. Shit, if you watching this too, because y'all deep in this motherfucker. We deep in this motherfucker. Y'all deep in this motherfucker. We got the King of Wands. We got the poor Queen of Cups that's sitting here being in a gay relationship. Don't even know it. Don't even know your man gay. Don't even realize that he liked the same thing you like. Not realizing that y'all could have shared a nigga at the same time and y'all both could have sucked his dick. You know what I'm saying? She just here innocent, where she naive. She don't see it. It's like, girl, When you see that booty hole that's busted open, always check the booty hole. When that booty hole been busted open, you got to ask yourself why. You like, wait a minute, why that booty hole busted open? I don't got nothing to open that shit up. Well, girl, he been in these streets. He been in these streets. He been in these streets with the King of Swords. But it's a lot of people here, with all jokes aside. You have the King of Wands, that's who the main person is about. You have the Queen of Cups, poor little soul. You have the King of Swords, which is a friend. This is like a friend or associate to the King of Wands. These could be boys, they could be homeboys, but this motherfucker is crazy. This King of Swords is a crazy motherfucker. This is a wild card. You know, the King of Swords, the energy that's coming from the King of Swords, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a YN. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a YN. Yep. That is definitely some YN energy. It's like, young nigga. Like, what the fuck you doing? You know, that is some young nigga shit over here. And then it's like, oh, I'm not getting my way. And so now I'm about to go into this big tantrum. That's some young nigga shit. That's some young nigga shit that most people wouldn't be on. But young niggas will be. Them YNs, boy, they came to, and they said, if I fuck your marriage over, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. You should have never tried this with me. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You know, but a lot of people here, but this is definitely, talking about a bi-curious situation, boy. But this person, they got a lot of shit going on in their life. You know, they have this relationship with the Queen of Cups that they're in, messing around with the King of Swords, but wanting to offer something to the Emperor. You know, Emperor, this person is getting ready to come to you to do some type of test just to see where your head is, where this could be someone that it's going to be a slow way in to see if you're going to take the bait, where, you know, this could be someone, because you have circle of drama too. So this person could come and vent to you about what's going on without telling you all of the full details, where they could be like, man, my girl just acting up, we fighting again, she thinking this and that. And, this is someone that could like slide some slick shit in, where it's just like, man, it would just be better if I could just, chill with you and be with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute, what? Like, let's register that. Let's process that. What the fuck you mean? The Emperor could be someone that's already openly gay, openly out, very comfortable in their sexuality. And so, but the King of Wands can add some slick shit in there to test this relationship, to see if this is something that they can escape to, and to see that this is something they can run to, because this person is going to end up running from this drama once this King of Swords double cross them, and they got to deal with the Queen of Cups realizing who they truly are. But I don't think this person is really worried, not like that, because they like, baby, if I can get with the Emperor, fuck what y'all saying. Bitch, you can call me gay all day. Nigga, you can tell my secret to the world. Baby, I'm with my Emperor now. That's what this King of Wands is like. This King of Wands is like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with you. You little silly ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. There's a lot of things I'd rather do than to be fucking with you. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Boy, this is some crazy ass shit. We have in the challenge position, wasn't expecting this. We have in the challenge position, we have the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is about being lost. It's all about searching and finding what it is that you truly want. It's all about soul searching. And the soul searching here is, this is a King of Wands that's looking for their sexuality. They're looking for what it is that they really like. And this nigga is saying, baby, I mean, this is someone that's looking for their emperor. I can just hear this bitch now. Just, motherfucker, you gay. You wasted my time. You wasted my life. You wasted my eggs. You wasted my pussy juice. You wasted my pickle juice on the floor. I can see a bitch just getting crazy over this because she like, I should have known when you put on that makeup that you wanted a man. He said, baby, nah, that had nothing to do with a man. That had everything to do with my beauty. I just had to look good. But dot dot dot. Oh man, I can just see this going down, man. This is about to be crazy. This is about to be crazy. There's so many moving parts here. There's so many people that is involved in this energy. And it's like, Spirit, why the fuck did you get us to me to say? This could have been given from another reader. This could have been given from another reader. Because I was looking at it in the beginning and I was like, hold up. Like, is this what I think it's saying? This is someone that is soul searching. They are looking for who they truly are. And you have the clarifier as the 5 of Wands, and this is all about competition. This nigga is gonna end up going to this emperor. This is someone that is very impressed with the emperor. There is going to end up being a younger person that is in a relationship with a woman that is messing around with someone that's the same age as them, that's going to end up getting out of this relationship and going to an older man. This is someone that is going to end up going to a emperor. This is someone that they really admire. This emperor is an older man in their life that they are getting ready to go to. You have, as the oracle card, you have crossing path. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone else. This King of Wands is getting ready to meet this emperor. And it's saying that they were destined to meet, crossing paths, but this is someone they know. And then look, the bottom of the deck, we already got twin flames. That's a way to meet your twin flame. I mean, being married, getting divorced, fucking over the person you with, fucking with their brother. And then saying, I'm going on my twin flame journey and getting the fuck up out of here. I'm going to my emperor. That's a way, not the way I would want it. No judgment over here. Because I mean, sometimes we make these choices and we don't think that it's going to last a lifetime. Where we make these choices and it's like with the King of Wands, where it's just like, I want to get mama and daddy off my back. And so I'm just going to get a woman, and pretend like I'm straight. And it was just a minute choice that was not supposed to last for long. And then the Queen of Cups is just like, oh, I see this person that's in distress. I'm just going to throw my pussy juice up on them and not even ask the right questions of, am I supposed to be with him? Is this the person that I'm supposed to heal? And it's like two people making choices that was only supposed to be a good one night stand, a good 1 month. And now this developed into a relationship. And regardless of how long you have been together, what stood true in the beginning, it still stand true 18 years later. The beginning said you weren't supposed to be together, and 18 years later still say the same thing. The beginning said that you weren't supposed to be together, and 6 years later it still say the same thing. What was said and spoken in the beginning is the same word that will carry you through that relationship. Sometimes we go through these struggles thinking that we are meant to fight to keep our relationships, but these are nothing but bad omens telling us that we're going the wrong way and we're with the wrong person, and we ignore it and we internalize it as a good sign when this was never a good omen. This was always a be cautious, this is not the person for you. But this is what happens when we operate outside of wisdom. Ooh, this just got too deep for me. I know the Queen of Cups gonna be like, look at this faggot. Look at her. I should have known by that juicy bubble butt. Well, sis, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You seen it, but you ignored it. Let's move on now. Let's call it a day. That juicy bubble butt is for the emperor now. The emperor finna tear that shit up. You have, as the hidden emotion, you have apologies that, this is going to be somebody that they're going to apologize to you. And it's funny, card at the bottom of the deck right now, you have intimacy upside down, that this could be a couple that's not even having sex right now. And then look, once again, in the upright, you have twin flame. And right under that, you have realization. This person is realizing, this person is seeing this emperor as this reading is for the King of Wands. Whoever the King of Wands is, whoever you are, man, live in your truth, live in your authentic truth, and stop hurting people in the process of trying to find out who you are. But this King of Wands, they is something about this emperor. They admire the shit out of this emperor. This is someone that admires the shit out of this emperor. But they messing with a crazy ass young nigga. I don't get that either. And this young nigga about to double cross them. He about to expose all the tea. Let's see what's going on with this energy of the Told you, these cards don't motherfucking lie. You got bluff. This person is wearing a mask. This is someone, this King of Swords. King of Swords could be, King of Swords is messing around with the King of Wands. This is the person that they were just experimenting with. But this person is fake as fuck. This person is wearing a mask. They're pretending like they're caring, but they're getting ready to double cross this person. This person is going to end up being outed, not because of the woman. It's going to end up being the King of Swords. The King of Swords is going to end up outing this man. The King of Swords is going to let everybody know. Nigga, that's why I was fucking you last night. Everybody going to be like, grab the pearls. What? And you know how some people know, what position? It's like, no, are we shocked or nosy? We can't be both. We can't be shocked and nosy at the same time. Was it doggy style? He said, nah, baby, it was missionary. I like to look at my victims. Oh, this took a wild turn. What is in, let me get out this goddamn energy. What is in the cards for the crossing energy? You got confusion. You got unclear. This is someone that they're unclear of what the emperor really feels about them. The King of Wands is very unsure of what this emperor feel about them, but they're getting ready to approach the emperor. That is without a shadow of a doubt that they are getting ready to approach this emperor. Emperor, expect for an unexpected pretty nigga to come to your front door, call you out of the blue, and they're going to end up confessing what it is that they truly feel about you. And this could hit the emperor in an unexpected way, that the emperor could be like, oh, I just thought I was your mentor. I just thought that I was this. The emperor is going to be hit unexpectedly with this news that they like, nigga, I never seen you like that because you're with the Queen of Cups. But no, the King of Wands is about to confess their feelings, but they're very confused on how to approach the emperor to let the emperor know. But there is going to be a test. This person is going to slowly test it in just to see how they respond. That that, especially with one person being openly gay, the other person not, the King of Wands is gonna end up saying like some sly shit, where they're gonna be like, man, I should just come over there and cuddle with you. I should just come over there and sleep in your bed. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't gonna mind, and it's like shit like that, and it's just to see how the Emperor is gonna respond. Let's see what's in this challenge position. What's in this energy? But this King of Wands is on the move to go get their Emperor. I mean, it's crazy with all of this shit happening in this person's life. You getting ready to be exposed. You getting ready to go through this battle with the King of Wands. They like, baby, whoop-de-doo. Shit happened in life. Whoop-de-doo. They said the only thing I'm worried about is what this Emperor feels. Everything is burning apart in this motherfucking life, and all they worried about is the Emperor. All they worried about if this Emperor is going to take them in. That's the only thing this motherfucker is worried about, is will this Emperor take them in? You have intuition. This is someone that could be trying to telepathically, get to the Emperor. Trying to make some stuff happen. You have card at the bottom of the deck. You have cursed. Damn. It talks about negative witchcraft. It talks about negative mindset. It talks about being hexed. Damn. Somebody finna do some magic. Because this is what you don't see coming in. Somebody is about to do some magic. Now, who doing the magic out of these motherfuckers? Emperor seemed like he's innocent in all of this. Or it could be magic towards the Emperor with this King of Wands, because the Emperor is the one that's associated with a passion and new beginning. Because this King of Wands, boy, they want that. This was too much. This was too much. This was a whole Lifetime movie. It mixed with a Tyler Perry drama. Boy, this was too much in this energy. You got Karma that failed out. 888 for the overall energy. This is your second card of Karma, of saying that this is a karmic lesson. This is something that you bitches need to learn from. Or not even bitches, because anybody can be a divine feminine. Divine feminine, stop just going to people and healing without asking the question, why are they even in that state that they need healing? Your ocean can do a lot of things, baby. And yes, it can bring about that healing. But baby, not everybody need water. Not everybody need that water, baby. You gotta guard your well. Because when that shit dry out and that pussy is dry like the desert, and now you need some now you need some extra juices to help you, baby, you did something wrong. You have 0330, and you have angel number 1221, which is all about it says luck, and you have taking initiative. This person is about to move in and expose this King of Wands, and this person is only exposing them out of, nigga, you don't want me, but you want this Emperor. They could know that this person is not planning on leaving their wife or girlfriend for them, and that is going to be for somebody else. And they said, not on my watch. You have 1616 readjustment. Yep, and this is the one with the Emperor, of course. They said they finna readjust their ass right to an older man. And you have 222, which talks about alignment. Everything that talks about, and I know it's shitty. It's shitty because it's like, but Rashad, he with somebody. Yeah, he with the Queen of Cups. We know it. He got a pussy beside him that he's sleeping with that he definitely not hidden. He ain't hidden that. I think he afraid of the kitty. But at the end of the day, everything that talks about this emperor and the king of wands, alignment, readjustment, it talks about twin flame, paths crossing. Everything when it comes to these two are going to end up being together. Those two are going to end up being together. I know we don't like it. It's like, how is a china's motherfucker gonna end up in a relationship? Baby, I don't know. Life plays its games. I can't answer all of those questions of why things unfold the way that they learn, the way that they learn, the way that I can't explain why everything unfolds the way that it does. But it do talks about lesson learned at the bottom of the deck, which is 999. This reading is very, very interesting, and it's energy that I don't pick up on all too often. This was some drama. Oof, 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 oof. This was some shit. That's what I'm just trying to say. This was some shit. This was some shitty ass mess. I'm like, damn, I was not expecting this. I thought I was gonna. I was, damn. I thought I was gonna post some. I knew it was gonna be love, but I was getting ready to tell y'all that this weekend I'm actually gonna go out on a date. It's been a while. It's been 2 years since I've been separated and stuff like that, and shit, I'm scared because at first I was like, nope, because I was like, nah, I really don't want to, meet nobody else and stuff like that, but. I'll give it a try, see where it goes. It's just a date, it's just grabbing some drinks, so I was gonna, add that in there until all this shit happened. I looked at all of this and I'm like, oh, maybe this not the reading to let y'all know because this is a messy ass shit. This is shitty ass reading. This is a shitty ass reading. You know, Ooh, damn, this is a lot. Uh, it's funny. I'm looking at the card and it said fire, fire. I think of Sam Smith's song, that fire on fire. Fire on fire would normally kill us with this type of desire. I like that song. You know, somebody could be listening to music. This King of Wands, that's how they connect with the energy of the Emperor. Oof, this is some messy ass shit. But hey, it is what it is. If it's for you, it's for you. Only take what resonate. Don't take, a man that's not attracted to your sex. You know what I'm saying? It's like common sense things. Take what resonates. Only take men that, want to get up in your pussy. If they don't like pussy, find the one that do. Maybe it's a female. If she want to get up in there and that's what you like, get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like common sense stuff. These are common sense lessons in this that we didn't get. But damn. This was a lot. This is a lot in this reading, but as we put the cards away, we can go back over it again. The overall energy is the King of Wands, and this is the person that is taking over the show. I mean, King of Wands, your whole life is being exposed out here. And that is probably what's getting ready to happen in the physical, is that your whole life is getting ready to be exposed. There is a King of Wands, someone that's very attractive, a male that is in a relationship with a very loving partner with the Queen of Cups. But this person is having a new perspective. This person is, is starting to be curious. That they want to see, what else is out there, what else is under the sun. And, Spirit is saying that this is a karmic lesson for the both of you, that this is something that both of you are supposed to learn. King of Wands, walk in your truth and your authentic self. Queen of Cups, stop putting that pussy on just anybody just because you want to heal. It's like, girl, control this shit. You have the hidden emotion, apology. This person is going to be very apologetic, but it doesn't change the fact of who it is that this person is attracted to. You have the King of Swords here, another young nigga that is messing around with this King of Wands. And this person is to the point that they're spying on this person and can be doing spell work. You have this person being masked as a supported friend. And so this could be someone that is coming around you to every single day that you are seeing the King of Swords as the King of Wands homeboy. But little do you know, this is someone that's getting ready to double cross them, because this person has been wearing a mask the entire time, and they're getting ready to let you know that, like, hey, you know, me and your man been messing around with each other, all in the hopes of getting with the King of Wands and getting you, hoping that you get so emotional that you kick yourself out of the picture, that now he can move into the castle. But little do the King of Swords know that this person want a passionate new beginning with the Emperor. This is the person that this person fancies. Fancies. I'll say it again, fancies. This is the person that this person likes, you know, and this person is getting ready to do some type of test. And, you know, it's holding hands in here. This remind me of the video of Beyonce. I just want to say you're mine, you're mine. I just want to say you're mine, you're mine. Fuck what you heard, you're mine, you're mine. Is that the one? Okay. Oh, now I got stalkers in the background. Was that an ancestor speaking to me? No, it was Elijah listening to my goddamn conversation. Thank you, ancestor Elijah. And so, you know, but yeah, that's Elijah confirmed that was the song. But this, if you notice, is, you know, because even in the song, it's all about, you know, Beyonce. You know, to me, that was straight Oya. You know, Beyonce, you know, turning into this, you know, powerful energy. You know, pulling someone up. You know, this person is probably going to end up letting the Emperor know that they need help, and so. Emperor, you know, this could be someone that's reaching out to you saying, like, you know, hey, can you pick me up? I need to talk to you. They're going to test you on some type of level to see, will you help them out and will you be there for them? And this is going to be someone that's going to sneak some stuff in. Like, you know, they might tell you, you know, like, hey, you know, you know, me and my girl just got into it. They locked me up. I just got out. I'm stuck at the, you know, at the jail. Can you come pick me up? You know, and, you know, testing your loyalty, testing your friendship, you know, and, you know, this is going to be somebody that's going to sneak some stuff in there. They're going to be like, man, I could just kiss you right now just to see what your response is going to be. There's going to be, but this person sees that, you know, you're around a lot of drama though, too. Ooh. I feel for this couple. You know, there was a lot of confusion when it comes to this. This is someone that's soul searching, trying to find out, you know, what it is they truly like. There's going to be a competition, but this competition is going to be this nigga finna find his Emperor. You know, so, let the comments begin. That motherfucking gang. Baby, it's all different types of colors in this world. And he just so happened to be purple. Oh, man. Emperor is about to get unexpected news. The Queen of Cups is getting ready to get unexpected news. The King of Wands is getting ready to get his whole life shattered, but that motherfucker ain't caring as long as he able to get with the Emperor. He said, nigga, do I get with the Emperor at the end? Like, I'm not studying this other shit. You know, I know how to go to my mama house. He said, nigga, like, I know where to go. But the Emperor, okay, well, it looked like the Emperor is there. I'm out, y'all. This is going to be a crazy fucking reading.